Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm coming at y'all with another edition of Fix It Yourself. Apparently, the motherboard on my new machine had failed because of a power outage that happened about a week or two ago, and I checked the warranty. Fortunately, it's still under warranty, so I got a free replacement. And that's another thing. If any of the hardware goes bad on your machine, check the warranty to see if it's still under warranty before you do anything else. Because you could get a free replacement rather than, paying for a repair or paying for a whole new machine or piece of hardware. Check the warranty. Anyway, they sent my new motherboard. I just got it today, so I'm going to be putting it in right now for y'all. Okay, this is the machine right here. That's the new motherboard that came in the mail, or UPS. What we do, slide that back. Well, it's two thumb screws that come out of here, out of these two slots on each side. So I already removed those, but slide this back, and we're gonna reveal what's inside. I connected two fans to the chassis door or cover or whatever you want to call it to provide more cooling. There's another system fan right there, and there's actually another system fan in the front panel bay area. We got heat sinking fan right there. We got the RAM under all these cords. This thing's pretty messy. That's the RAM right there. Those are about 8 gigs each, so I got about 16 gigs of RAM in here. And there's actually more space to put more RAM. I can maximize at 32 gigs if I wanted to, dual channel. We got the front panel USB slots. Those are the USB for the front panel on the motherboard. That's the HD audio right there. Audio, front panel audio for these jacks right here. And those USBs. And I bought this extra USB hub right here. Got that from China, and these are the connections right here for it. Well, that's actually for the front. That's for the front panel USB 3.0, and this is the that extra USB hub I bought. That's the USB 3.0 connection right there, connected to a USB adapter going into the motherboard. Right there. That's I got 2 hard drives. This is my 3 terabyte hard drive. I just use this for storage. And I have the solid state hard drive, solid state drive right up in there, if you can see it. That little thing right there. It's a 2.5 inch. It's pretty small, but that is what I use for the operating system. The operating system gets loaded on that because it's a lot faster. It picks up all the files faster. It's a lot more efficient than a regular hard disk drive. Okay, now that's just about all the components in here that I have installed. Those are the SATA slots, if you can see them. And shall we begin? Yes, we shall. Now, first, what I'm going to do is disconnect these fans from the power supply. That's the power supply right there. Disconnect that. Apparently, I need 2 hands to do this, so if you see cuts and stuff, that means I'm pausing and disconnecting it with 2 hands and continuing from there, just so you can get an idea. All right, let's get this out of the way. Alright, what we want to do now, before we start unscrewing anything, is disconnect all the components from the motherboard. Now you can start removing the motherboard. I like to leave the heatsink fan and processor installed until the motherboard is removed, because it's easier to remove while it's outside of the chassis. Voila. That's the inside right there. Those are the standouts that the motherboard sits on. And what we're going to do now is twist these little arrows towards the fan and lift it up. Same with all the other ones. To unlock it. Pull out. That's the CPU. That's the processor. Remove it like so. I'm going to store this in an anti-static bag until we're ready to install it in the other motherboard. Alright, y'all, it's the new motherboard right here. Anti-static bag. Alright, now we do Alright. Right there. What you're gonna do, add the thermal paste. One tiny little drop. That's all you need. Okay. Close it back. Lock it. Put the fan back on. Same way. Reverse steps. Connected. The CPU fan port on the motherboard. Connect the RAM. And make sure you match it up with the grooves and the gaps. Now put the motherboard back in. Putting it back in the same way we took it out. Time to fire this bad boy up. Boots up. Come on with it. Success. Alright, y'all. Y'all just in tune to another edition of Fix It Yourself. I just did a motherboard replacement for my custom built PC. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe. Have a nice day.